live at the Full Circle Rose Temple. Michael Vince is here, which is amazing. We're getting set up. My name is Andrew Keegan, and I am the co-founder here at Full Circle, and today we've got an amazing lineup of inspirational speakers and speaking speakers. Yeah, I make up my own language here. We've got our Reverend Alexander Polinsky, of course, Megan Zimri, who's going to be doing the evolutionary astrology. So we've got a whole lot for you guys here today. And really excited to be here with everybody in the room, in the temple. And we've got little Aya Rose with her beanie baby. She's going around, making sure everything is set up properly. She's our authority here today. And just really honored to be here. I'd like to share a little bit about our story, but just very little. We're in the Rose Temple, which was built in 1905, so the same year that Venice was founded. And we've been here for a little over 3 years, and any of you that are following the story, it's been a literal full circle story to be back here now. We had a 2-month hiatus, and thanks to our friends at KNEKT TV, we live streamed last week, which was very successful to a lot of people. So to those of you that are out there on the other side of those cameras, thank you for joining us this morning. We're just really here to be in this moment to share the gifts that we have found in our community. In these times of all turmoil, just remind ourselves that we can choose love. And this week we had an amazing speaker to a one-man show. He was actually our guest speaker last week, so if you want to reference last week's Activate, he did a show where it was just such a talent, Adam Roa, and just reminding us that, again, we have the choice in every moment, and science and spirituality are really connected now. They're confirming each other, and so we have the choice of what kind of life we want to live. So today we live this life together, and again, really excited to have our friends at KNEKT TV and Evolve Ascend putting this out there to everybody, and of course, this is what it's all about. The next generation, planting those seeds, finding a healthy way of being together. So on that note, I'd like to invite our I-Reverend, or Irreverend, or however you want to say it, Alexander Polinsky, who's going to open us up here today with an opening invocation. We missed you last week, brother. We missed you. I know, but we got you this week. So I'm going to hand it off. We're going to open up here today. And again, thank you guys for joining. So if you want to share this, by the way, we highly encourage that. If somebody out there that you know is maybe not feeling all up to it, a little bit of this, I promise you, it's going to be fun today. So I'm going to pass it to Alex.
We got so many friends. Good morning. Just get this set up for a second. Like that. Get that one right there. Got this right here. And like that. Start putting your attention on your breath. Take a deep breath in. Let it out with a sound. Just want to think about sound for a minute. The power of one. The power of the one sound. Your sound. And the power of our sounds united as one. Take a deep breath. Let it out with a sound. Straighten your back. Like a golden thread is pulling up at the top of your head, gently, very gently. Relax your face. Relax your shoulders. Relax your trunk and your legs and your arms. Let it go. Take a deep breath. Let it out with a sigh. Ah. Now, we're going to make some sounds together. On this note, I should make a sound that reverberates your mask. It's your face. There's water inside your head, and so there's a great reverberation, like you're hearing underneath the water. You can hear sound really well. You hear your own voice, like the manifested voice of God or Goddess. Take a deep breath in. Take another deep breath. Bring it up to your nose and vibrate the mask. Deep, fearless inhale. Very good. Together, we're all going to make an ah sound. Ah. Take a deep breath in. Ah. Part of the most powerful magic that we have is the sound of our own voice. And that's not just because it can create a sound or create a harmony, but that is because we hear our own voice when it's calm and loving. We hear our own voices, or maybe when it's not calm and loving, we hear our own voice as the manifested voice of God or Goddess. And however you want to think about that, it should lead you to speaking a little more differently to yourself. Like a treasured pet or like a child that you care about. Your word is your wand. Meaning your word transmits your idea and your spirit beyond your body. The wand is just a visual representation in magic of bringing the word beyond yourself. Take a deep breath in. We are children of forever. We are in this dream. We are in this stream of something so large and so beautiful. And if you can imagine your lineage and your ancestry extending behind you for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, you might see your ancient grandmothers and grandfathers as sort of a centipede connected to you energetically. And each one of those people, you owe an entire lifetime of trials and tribulations. They survived. Through politics, through relationships, through children, through disease, through joy. They are supporting you. We ride on the backs of our ancestors. Let's take a deep breath in. Let's just say thank you. Say say with me. Say again. Say Say with me. Say 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 with me. Say shoot. Shoot. Raise it up. From your core. Keep it going. Say no, shoot, root, shot. Say shoot. Say bring it down. Let me hear it. I don't hear you. I can't hear you. You're not getting out of this. You're not. Good. Raise it up. Right. Deep breath. Sometimes interaction with our fellow people is difficult, especially when we're hearing so many things get yelled at us and said at us, and the communications generally are so intense. Take a deep breath. Let it out with an ah. It's a simple communication that we're all longing for. Sort of a wordless agreement. We can give it with our eyes, and we can give it with our energy and our spirit. And that's the big job, is to keep that and maintain that. And keep giving it. So much to give.
we can give you a little bit of yeah, maybe a little hand rub there, a little Mr. Alexander Polinsky. It's a wonderful meditation and chant with Aya moving around and trying to find this within all of it. Thank you so much. Such a beautiful voice. For those of you that don't know, Mr. Alexander Polinsky is a fellow thespian, and I've shared this story a couple times, but now that we have a lot watching out there, what is that world? That cyber, thank you. I was like, I know there's a word for that. Cyberspace. Yeah, I'm just gonna like throw it out there. He was in Charles in Charge back in the day. Yeah, right? And I love that show. It was like my favorite show. I'm not gonna dare sing that, but got a couple cartoons. Can we, the cartoon thing? It's like the second to last Sunday, so I've got to put you on the spot and do a little cartoon thing.
Oh, there's a great echo. I mean, come on. Who doesn't like that? I've been doing Teen Titans for 12 years, playing a supervillain. And it's funny for a spiritual person to play a supervillain. Actually perfect. The voice I just did, that's from a show right now on Nickelodeon called Breadwinners, where I play a female frog. Hey, yeah, right? And Control Freak on Teen. He's kind of a jerk. I don't think I want to do his voice in the church, you know? But yeah, I was on Charles in Charge back in the 80s. It was one of the last great 80s sitcoms with the name of the show in the theme song. So it's very special, really. And Charles in Charge.
Yeah, let's give him another round of applause for being here. And as we're wrapping up these last couple Sundays, just the commitment to being here on Sundays, and I realize that you're like, I'm sure you're like a guy who goes out on Saturday nights, but you come on Sundays bright and early.
Go out on Saturday nights.
Exactly. Well, and it's not like you live around the corner, so we just really appreciate you being here today and sharing your gifts. Thank you so much. All right, so this is the part where we get to go around and hear from everybody in the room. And you know, last week, for those of you that are live streaming, in the comments to add an activation. We really enjoyed looking through them and seeing what everybody else is feeling. It's like an activation, a prayer, a thought, just a couple words, and we're going to go around so you'll get to see everybody in the room. And it's such an honor to be in this room. There's so many talented and amazing people that come through here, and so now we're going to get to hear a little bit. So how it works is you're going to say your name, and everybody's going to say the affirmation, "We love you," and then you'll say a couple words of what your prayer and what your thought activation is, and then everybody will say the affirmation, and so it is. It's pretty simple. So we're going to start with our guest, Maggie K, today, our special speaker. Speaker.
Hello, I'm Maggie K. Oh, wow.
Let's try that again.
Thank you, that felt so good. My activation is for myself and all of humanity to live free from the cage that is blocking them from the love that is abundant at all times. That is my activation. Thank you.
So it is.
So it is. Good morning, my name's
Love you.
Love you guys too. I'd like to activate acceptance, letting go, forgiveness, love and friendship, and Bernie Sanders.
Hello, my name is Christine McIntyre. I'm from Upland, and my activation is for everybody in the world to be happy and love, filled with love.
Hi, my name is David. I came from Rancho. Love you guys too. Came from Rancho Cucamonga, and my activation would be being that it's Pride Month, acceptance and love, and just understanding for everybody. So that's it. Thank you.
My name is Becky. Love you too. I like to activate gratitude and so much self-love.
Hi, I'm Karen. I love you too. I would like to activate a joyful attitude even on cloudy days.
Hi, I'm Simeon. I would like to activate knowledge, people gaining knowledge.
Hi, my name is Jason. Thank you. I'd like to activate peace, love, and happiness for myself and for everybody else that exists on this plane.
Hi, my name is Kate. I would like to activate understanding, acceptance, and love.
So it is.
Hi, I'm Davey. I'm activating wisdom in my life and looking for a little less war and more peace in the world. So.
Hi, I'm Sandra.
Love you, Sandra.
I'd like to activate love and peace throughout every day.
Hi, I'm Danielle. Thank you so much, and I love all of you too. And before I share my activation, I just want to share real quick that I'm really nervous and anxious and insecure right now. And when I get in a room with like a lot of spiritual people, I feel so intimidated and I feel so less than. And I feel that right now, but I know that all of you are just people and that you're so beautiful. And I know that I'm a person too. And I just wanted to share that because I think honesty is really healing and inspiring. And I feel already a lot better just by sharing that, and maybe it touched someone. So I want to activate honesty, and I want to activate so much gratitude, and I want to activate a new home and community.
Hi, I'm Kimberly.
Love you, Kimberly.
Love you too. I would like to activate self-healing on an individual level in order for the whole healing.
And so it is. Hi, Mark. Thank you. I'd like to activate authenticity. It's the new enlightenment. I'd like to activate this panel up here. These two ladies are the real deal. We're in for a real treat here, so. And the men, too, that contribute so much to the temple. And I'd like to activate, we have our astrologer here today, so I'm going to activate stars. And I'm activating stars because every molecule, every atom in our body was created inside of a supernova, inside of stars. And the universe and God loves us because we are part of it. It has to. So when you love something as part of yourself, that's the true love. So I'd like to activate stars.
Hi, I'm Julie. Love you, Julie. Love you guys too. I would like to activate trust, more trust in myself, and more trust that everything that is happening in the planet is happening perfectly. And I want to trust that.
And so it is.
Should we give it back?
My name is Rayfield from the Valley, and I want to activate trust, unconditional love, forgiveness, and claiming your power.
Hi, my name is Carolina, and I would like to activate awareness and discovery and create more spaces for me to take deeper breaths. Mm-hmm.
Hi, my name is Kara. Thank you. I'd like to activate and blessings for full circle being here. It's been an amazing experience and bringing a family together. Thank you so much for having us.
My name is Maria. I believe it. I love you too. I want to hear the voice of God. I want to increase answered prayer And I want to be a healer. Anyway, that's it. Thanks.
So it is.
What?
This quick belief I have, and I might be totally insane, but I'm pretty sure you hear the voice of God every time you speak.
Thank you. I agree.
My name is Dennis. And I would like to activate more connection and interactedness.
So it is.
Hi, my name is Tom. I love you all too. And I would like to activate whole health and eco-friendliness.
Pam, I'm here to activate creativity and transformation.
Hi, my name is Arthur. I love you all too. I am activating of a new third party, political party.
Hello, my name is Patrick. I've traveled from Dublin, Ireland. I'd like to activate the ability to love the most wounded parts of myself, which are the hardest to love, but they're the ones that most cry out for it.
Hi, I'm Major. I'd like to activate inner peace, drop the agenda, and just let things happen as well, but not nation. So, loving itself unconditionally, basically.
Hi, my name is Guy. Thank you, I love you too. I'm here to activate spiritual authenticity.
So it is. Hi, I'm Angel. I love you. I'm here to activate the thinning of the veil and our connection to seeing spirit everywhere. My little Zoe, she was here last week. She got to say goodbye to everyone. She left her body on Friday morning. And you want to go next? Yeah. And as she was leaving her body, it came into my mind to say to her, the next time I see a butterfly, I'll think of you. And when I got home, I went in the front door and I heard a little sound in the back. I opened it and I saw a butterfly the same color as her. And at the same time, my friend who didn't know the story, she texted me and said, I just saw the biggest butterfly I've ever seen, and it was the same as Zoe, and I thought of her. And then just now we were coloring a picture together, and I was drawing Zoe, and she said, draw a butterfly. And so when our loved ones leave their bodies, they are with us. And we are always with each other. I'd like to activate the teachings of Zoe to always be so kind and loving and present, that maybe we be present with each other today and love each other for all the minutes that we have.
Hi, I'm Kyle. Love you guys too. I also want to activate the teachings of Zoe. I had the pleasure of spending time with her as of late, and she really was a teacher. And so I was blessed, and thank you for sharing her with all of us. I want to activate collective and independent rebirth as prosperity for all.
So it is. What's up? I'm Anthony. I would like to activate the confidence to shed old skin and release bad habits and replace them with good habits.
Hi, I'm Alex. I love you too. I want my activation to be for everybody and I'm at a loss after Angel's share. I'm really connected to people
world, and animals are our guides. They are some of our best friends. So, and they really do give up their freedom for us. They give up the ability to have a free life, and they give us this incredible gift. I want to acknowledge the sacrifice your creature gave to you and honor it for how amazing it is. No. That's my activation.
So it is. Hi, I'm Megan. I love you guys too. I activate deepening of our connection to the power of the planets in service of our evolution, and also
Two cute presents. We have a couple late arrivers, so I'm gonna swing around. Okay, you can have my phone. Okay. I knew that was gonna happen. All right, there you go. All right, exactly there. I'm gonna pass up here real quick. Can you follow me? You know how to do this.
Hi, my name is Megan. I would like to activate I'd like to activate mediation. I'm going to have to, in the coming week, do a lot of in-between and working with people and getting people to work with people. So I would really activate that energy of love and open heart and trust, and for us all to put our egos aside and really do what's right for the people that we're working with. So.
And I'm going to swing all the way around this way. You know I'm coming for you. I saw you. She's like, maybe I'll blend in, and no. Good.
Hi, everyone. I'm Carly. Oh, I love you too. Today, I would love to activate the unwounded artist in all of us, and I would also like to activate all of our ability to be fully seen and to speak out and to share what is in our hearts, our bodies, all of our wisdom, to really be seen.
I'm not sure I want to follow that one up. So good. All right, so my name is Andrew. Actually, who's this little one? Let's see. We've got No? Your name is, what's your name? What's your name? We'll go with that. We love you. Do you have a word? What's your favorite word? Nothing? All right. Well, we'll activate as a team here. And this is Aya Rose. So this is Aya Rose.
We love you, Aya.
And she'd like to activate. And so it is. As I was mentioning, we're in our weeks here, and just to kind of connect with Megan, that we all come together here as a team in a loving way, and bring these last 9-10 days together, and in all of the loving ways that we've been here. Just want to activate the family and understanding, and really this has been such an authentic experience. So spiritual authenticity as well. All right, and more authentic than getting down with Michael Vince and singing. So do you need another microphone, or are you just ready to roll? He's going to do it. Michael Vince, I love you, brother.
Love you too.
Take
I'm going to try a song I haven't played in years. I actually even think I've ever played it on guitar before.
Oh.
But what the heck?
Pretty
pretty curious what that is. Hey.
He went down to old Gambler's Hall. He bet his money, then he bet his soul. Dice fell, oh, and the good times rolled. He didn't know. He packed bags and he hit the road with his new fortune and his new Colt. He said, life is dull when you don't bet it all. Let the good times roll. Oh. So take your turquoise torches and set them on fire. I hold the grain of sand in my left hand, and the right one's there for fire. Didn't know that if I checked out now, my suitcase wouldn't step into a room of suited men and try to close the deal. And if I was sorry, I wouldn't tell you. I wouldn't tell you. And I said, life is dull when you don't bet it all. Let the good times roll, and the good times rolled. So take your turquoise torches and set them on fire. Let the good times roll, and the good times rolled. And he went down to old Gambler's Hall, and the good times rolled. Thank you. I thought it felt good because, you know, we've been kind of gambling with our lives, holding this space, laying it all out there, and just doing everything we can to be here. And that lyric, it's so crazy. I wrote it like probably 7 years ago, and it feels so powerful today. You know, life is dull when you don't bet it all. You know, I have no regrets there, and just giving everything I can here. I think you feel that too. I think everybody on this staff has felt it, and everyone who's participated here. And man, I'm just so thankful for this project and everything we've done here. So yeah, let the good times roll.
Let the good times roll. It kind of tied into what I was feeling with my activation as well. Like, we're in the last little run here. We don't know the future. Nobody really does. We look to our visions, and we continue to hold the vision to be in this. And then there's the reality of, you know, life and others that are in this particular matrix. So we just enjoy it. That's all we can do. So, all right. Now, for everybody out there in the etherwebs, called it?
Yeah, interwebs.
All right. Etherwebs, interwebs, the World Wide Web. It sounds so like 80s. We
want to clear the sphere.
Clear the sphere. That was, oh yeah, that was another I came up with.
I don't
yesterday.
remember it.
Let's, yeah, we'll so coming up in a little bit, we've got Guy Douglas, also known as the Gong Man, or as somebody just said to me on the way in, I came to see Gong. He's got his setup here, and we'll be rolling in that thing called a gong. Oh yeah, that's what I just said. We'll be doing that in a little bit, and we also really honored to Maggie K here today. Of course, Michael and Alexander holding down the space. But before we do that, we've got the pleasure of a dear friend and a co-host here today who's going to be sharing astrology and awesome and cosmic and for those of you that are reading those blogs about what's happening with the moon, we had a full moon yesterday. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it on to resident expert in and around cosmos, Miss Megan Zimring.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm Megan Zimring, and who here has heard me speak before? Yes. Okay, so many of you. Those of you who have not, the type of astrology I practice is called evolutionary astrology, and this is soul-centered astrology. So it's not fatalistic or fortune-telling. I don't believe in that type of astrology. This is about deepening our levels of self-understanding and our understanding of the planetary energetic potentials that are present right now, and how we can make conscious choices in line with optimizing the energetic signatures that are present. So as famous said, energy can never be created or destroyed. It can only be changed in form. So the only question is, what form will the energetic potentials take? So the transit planets, as they're moving through the solar system right now, they're just energetic potential. And each of these energetic potentials could manifest anywhere within the framework of their archetypal field. So when we understand the archetypal field, each energetic signature, each transit, we position ourselves to be able to make choices with the interplay of our consciousness with potential. So we have our free will to control our consciousness, our conscious choices, and when our consciousness interacts with the energetic potentials, we are able to make the choices that collapse the energetic potential to its higher vibration within the framework of its archetypal field. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay, so what I'm going to talk about today are the transiting planets that are impacting us most powerfully right now, and how their energetic potentials are, so that as we each move through our individual lives, we're positioned to make decisions that work very intentionally and consciously with the potentials that are now. And it was a full moon in Sagittarius, and really a powerful way to work with the astrological energies are to manifest with the moon cycles, because every month we're going to get a new moon and we'll get a full moon. So the moon moves quickly enough that we can really ride the wave of its energy every month. Many of the other planets move more slowly, so they have longer developmental pressure, developmental potential to work with, but the moon moves so quickly that we actually, in the more immediate framework of our lives, we can work really intentionally with the moon cycles. So I like to demonstrate the build. So 2 weeks ago, we had a new moon in Gemini, and the way it works is, so if you imagine the sun, like right here where my fingers are, and the sun transits slowly relative to the moon. So the sun has been transiting through Gemini, and when the moon, if you imagine the sun staying here, the moon moves through every constellation, or every sign in the zodiac every month. So the moon makes it all the way around to every sign and catches back up with the sun. That's when we have a new moon, when the sun and the moon are together in the sky. Then 2 weeks later, the has moved on past the sun, the sun in its opposite sign. So on Friday we had a full moon in Sagittarius, which means the moon is in Sagittarius and the sun is still down here in Gemini. Okay, so let's talk about that. 2 weeks ago, the new moon in Gemini, that was a lot about asking questions, embracing uncertainty. With Gemini, we ask the questions. With Sagittarius, we aim for the answers. We aim to find our truth. We aim to be in what it is that we truly believe. Okay, now simultaneously with the Sagittarian moon, Sagittarius, is ruled by Jupiter, the Sanskrit word guru, who would teach. So Jupiter is powerfully related to this Sagittarian full moon that we just had. Jupiter, on the same day as the full moon was exact, stationed and is going now direct. So Jupiter has been in its retrograde cycle for the last 4 months. Okay, this is a important piece as it relative to this full moon. Jupiter is a very expansive energy. It's considered a lucky planet. It's about generosity and stepping into our absolute highest potential. But when Jupiter has been going retrograde, moving the perspective of the Earth backwards in the sky, backwards through the zodiac, through degrees it's already passed through, we really turn that expansive energy inward, retrograding through Libra. Libra deals with relationship. So how have we been underestimating ourselves when it comes to relationship? How we relate with ourselves and how we relate with others. With Jupiter going retrograde the last 4 months, it's been a really massive opportunity for us to renegotiate how we show up in relationship. Really take a look at our stuff. And there's nothing like relationship up our stuff, right? Our partners really show us the places inside of ourselves that we can't see without the cathartic impact of partnership upon us. So with Jupiter going retrograde, most of us have been seeing some complicated interpersonal dynamics over the last 4 months, which any moment that our stuff has come up inside of relationship, those are opportunities for us to see our unresolved issues that exist inside of us and clear that out. You know, do the healing, see the mirrors, use the relationships, the mirrors all around us to see the parts of ourselves that still need healing. So if you find yourself over the last 4 months triggered in the context of any sort of interpersonal dynamics, they're universal opportunities. Jupiter is asking you to look inside and heal those places so that now when Jupiter goes direct, which was on Friday, and it takes about 10 days to really pick up speed and move fully back to its normal direct speed, basically. So during this period, it's like the retrograde, it's moving backwards. We had all those opportunities to clear out, do our healing, do our inner work inside of the context of relationship. And then now with Jupiter direct, we're more clear so that we can magnetize into our experience natural partners, matches. So you bring into your field people who are a vibrational match for you. So 4 months ago, the people that were a match for you were showing you where the things are inside of you. Now that those places have been cleared, you have an opportunity to draw into your field new relationships and partners that are going to take you up to the next level. So everyone has been going through this process. Even the people who are close to us over the last 4 months, if you've had complicated interpersonal dynamics, which most of us have for many other reasons, there's been very complicated Aries aspects and T-squares that have also gone on over the last 4 months that have also catalyzed this process. But as everyone collectively in the human family has been working on this inner dialogue, this inner clearing, now we're moving up to this next. And each of us also individually have the opportunity to draw into our space new matches. So Jupiter going direct, as we have this full moon in Sagittarius, it's like, what is it that you have come to believe about yourself? What is it that the recent experiences over the last 4 months have shown you? How have you been estimating yourself within the context of being a teacher, being a guru, being a guide? From a different point of view. It's about rewriting our Sagittarius. These are very extroverted energies. So in your life now, how can you new experiences where framework of how you see the world. So cross experiences are really powerful during Sagittarian times. It's hard to really know what your truth is and you believe if you don't have very much to compare it to. We all grow up a certain set of that are defined by the culture, family, by our friends. So if we stay within that framework and stay within that framework, we're actually within the a box that's been created for us. Time we have the opportunity to break out of the box, define, break the mold that's been defined for you. Call in experiences, people from backgrounds of things. If you don't have the opportunity to travel right now, then sign up for a class. Go to spiritual experience, or a new spiritual group, or just bring yourself into the space where you get to have an expanded frame of reference. And from that place, you have the opportunity to compare what it is that you believe, what is really yours, and what has been defined for you by that box that you grew up inside. So we're breaking outside of that mold. Now, Saturn, the planet of limitation, much more than that, but that's a piece here, is conjunct, meaning fused with, the transiting full moon. So much of what I said has been about expansion, about Jupiter expansion, about thinking in new ways, about freedom. Saturn is a very, it's an opposing kind of energy. Saturn is about limitation, about duty and responsibility and doing the hard work, about sustaining effort over an extended period of time. Where Sagittarius just wants to be free and to fly and to expand and to play and be light. So it's almost like we fuse the energy of our beliefs with the energy of limitation that really brings up a lot of our limiting beliefs right now, and we have the opportunity to take a look at what our limiting beliefs are and how we have the opportunity to do the hard work, to take a look at what our own thought process is, what has been limiting us inside of our own consciousness. Saturn likes it when we do the work. So sit down and take a look at those beliefs and ask yourself, is that something you want to still subscribe to inside of your life? What are the beliefs that you're still holding that could use some shifting, that could use some expansion? And are you willing to do the work in order to shift that? That's really the opportunity here. It's like falling inside of, a well, and you have to figure out, you feel limited and confined, and there are tools down there to help you climb out and find expansion and find the new perspective again. So in the process of doing the work to anchor rope and climb up the side of the well and free yourself, actually gain muscle, you gain strength. So you're invited to take a look at how it is you're viewing the world, which beliefs free, which do the work in order to step an entire framework. And that's really when you anchor yourself in who it is that you actually are in position step as a guide in Sagittarius. Lunar energy. If anyone has any questions, you can feel free. And I'm interested for that. It'll be a new moon ceremony with yoga and sound bath. So come and talk to me about that. Thank you so much, you guys.
Things happen, I'm just like, what? And then I looked up, I was like, it's the moon. I'm gonna get out of this. I'm just waiting on the moon. You know what I mean? Waiting on the moon. Oh, every day for 3 years. Come on, Maggie. That's now. Hey, listen, there's a lot. It takes a lot to hold this space. There's a lot of moons between here and there. The moon's always there. See? Yes. She was taking notes. Awesome. I'm looking at your notes afterwards.
So Jupiter in Sanskrit is guru?
The Sanskrit word for Jupiter is guru.
And it was where in relation to Sagittarius?
Yeah, so Jupiter is actually
So Jupiter is actually, it's transiting through the constellation of Libra right now. So Jupiter has been going retrograde through Libra, and on Friday it's stationed and it's going direct now, moving forward. So when a planet stations, it becomes supercharged and really, really powerful. And so Jupiter rules Sagittarius, which is where the full moon was. So on the day of the full moon in Sagittarius, the planet that rules Sagittarius stationed and moved direct. So it was like a very powerfully is slowing down and about to move retrograde backwards. So it's almost like we've been in a process of terrain of our environment, and now with Neptune stationing and moving retrograde, we have an opportunity over this next period, this next several months, to turn inward and expand the terrain of our inner world. Right? Our external reality is a reflection of our inner reality. So we're really in an interplay between the two. So now we have an opportunity to really move deep, deep, deep inside and expand our consciousness from the inside out in the way that we've been really moving on the external. So we can make those choices, like I said, to expand outside of our box and the outside in our relationships and exploring new cultures and new ways of thinking and new ways of believing to understand what our truth is. But now it's also an opportunity with the Neptune aspect going retrograde to turn our spiritual eyes back inside, right? And really deepen and expand the way we relate to ourselves inside of ourselves, and remember that we are God inside of ourselves so that we can see God everywhere, consciously, intentionally. It's a very expanding time right now. Right? Sometimes expanding means it's a challenge with the Saturn aspect, right? Climbing out of the well isn't easy, but in doing the work, we gain resolve, we gain strength, we gain integrity, we gain self-trust. So I encourage everyone to be very mindful and do the work right now, and you will come out on the other side with a really empowering sense of freedom and self-knowledge.
And on that note, it's 11:11 on the West Coast here, so what I feel like we should do is get up and really express that freedom right now. Invite Angel up. Let's get everybody up. We've been sitting for a little while. We'll do a quick movement, and then we are going to get into it. Maggie came, so everybody getting up. Maggie's going to pop on too. And those of you that are following along in the cybernet world, I'm going to just keep changing it. We're going to invite Angel up here. She's a resident local yogi, and she's going to get us to move a little bit. So everybody stretch it out, move around a little bit. Loosen up the muscles.
Inhale, rise and reach, straight foot up and says, "What the outstanding person does, others will seek to emulate." So let us seek to shine, to be our brightest selves, so that we might reflect to each other the brightness within. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Thank you, Angel. Angels. Yes, yes, yes. It was a beautiful, was it Friday night? We all went out to the beach and celebrated little Zoe's life. She's an awesome little puppy. And if you guys locally want to do some yoga, Angel teaches over at Bhakti Yoga Shala. It's amazing I got this gig with how I do with words. Words. At least I look. Yeah, I'm not. I was gonna make it. Yeah. No. I know. It was the joke. It was the joke. I put myself in a situation. But it's awesome to be here every day doing, not every day, but almost every day doing this. Certainly a lot of Sundays. So again, thank you guys. And I'm imagining what it was like to see that. Angel said something like, dance like nobody's watching. Like, there's like 20,000 people watching right now, so you guys were supposed to close your eyes too. I hope you did. We had an amazing guest today, but you know what I'm gonna do? Because you're so brilliant. I'm gonna hand it to Megan and I'm gonna let you introduce our guest today.
Oh, it is my pleasure to introduce Maggie K, who's one of my dearest sisters, who's had such a powerful impact on me and my life. She's a free spirit in true Sagittarian fashion, has traveled all around the world leading retreats, and has healed herself, which I'm going to let her explain to you her process of doing that, and is such an advocate and example of what true self-love looks like. And it is my deepest honor to introduce Maggie K. Yes! Let's give her an applause.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, Andrew. Thank you all for being here. It's very ironic and weird for me to be sharing my story because I don't feel like my story is any more important than anyone else's story. So all of you know that your story is just as special and just as important, and let's find each other and each other's stories. So if there's any part of my story that makes you feel alive or makes you feel a sense of jealousy or envy, it's because it's a part of you that you get to activate. If there's any part of you that gives you any part of my story that gives you fear or anything, just look within at your story. So as I share, find yourself. So about 5 years ago, I'll start there, I was living all around the world, as Megan highlighted. I was working in international relations, trying to bridge cross-cultural boundaries and create peace before I even knew really what peace was. I was not awake. I was completely asleep. I was proving my worth through my work. So my productivity and my resume was the only important thing that I knew. And then getting drunk on the weekends to numb myself because I needed the balance. I needed to feel alive because I was being so untrue to myself. And so I did that. It was my first job out of college for about a year, and I was living all over the developing world. And there was a part of it that I loved. I loved connecting with people. I loved doing something good for the world, but it wasn't good enough. Something was missing. And so I moved home, and shortly after I moved home, just about 3 months into moving back to LA, I broke up with my college boyfriend of 5 years. My best friends from high school told me that I got too different and they couldn't relate to me anymore, so I lost all of my friends. And my parents told me they were getting divorced. And at the time, I had no mechanism for feeling anything. I was an ice queen, as my ex-boyfriends used to call me. I was numb to life, really. I was numbing myself by traveling and by drinking and doing all these things. And so I had no coping mechanism. I had no ability to feel that my life was crumbling before my eyes. And so what happened was my body actually paid the price. So that brings me to 5 years ago when my whole body went numb, from my chest down to my stomach, down to my legs, down to my feet, all the way through my arms and my hands. Completely numb. I could barely get out of bed. I barely had enough energy to go brush my teeth. And before then, I was this Energizer bunny trotting around the globe. My whole identity was taken from me. And at the time, it was the scariest, most traumatic event that's ever happened to me. I had no idea how I would survive. I didn't have the tools. Like I said, I was completely asleep. I was unconscious. I didn't know about spirituality or personal development or anything. My parents weren't into this. And what was the biggest curse at one point turned into be the biggest blessing, because it was from there that I was stripped down to nothing. Nothing. My ego was stripped away. Everything I thought I knew, everything I thought I was gone. And I went to all these doctors, and they said it's stress. Just go home, learn to relax. It still aggravates me so much, because how do you tell someone to relax when they obviously don't know how? I didn't know what that meant. I had no idea who I was, how to slow down, how to go inward, nothing. And so the Western doctors left me with nothing but frustration. And finally I went to holistic remedies because I was desperate for answers. And one doctor said something to me after asking me a bunch of questions like, do you have a boyfriend? Do you like your job? Do you love yourself? What are the thoughts that you speak about yourself? Finally he said, you don't love your life. Learn to love your life. And I remember like it was yesterday sitting in that office and thinking, you can do that? You can actually love your life? I thought that you go to work and then you love your life on the weekends and on vacations, but I didn't actually think you could love yourself or your life. It was completely foreign to me. And so that started my journey of okay, well, why don't I love my life? Who is this me that's blocking me from loving my life? And I dove into personal development work, and that's when I discovered that I hated myself. Really, 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 really. That's when I discovered the belief systems that were creating this illness, that were attacking my body, the toxins that I was creating of my self-sabotaging beliefs. You're fat, you have acne, you're not good enough, no one will ever love you. Sound familiar to anybody? You know, these soundtracks that we have playing. And I found that I had no system for feeling. I couldn't feel my feelings for 20 plus years. No feelings at all. I thought it made me cool and chill. And so after the personal development work, when I found a big piece of myself and what was causing me to get sick with an autoimmune disease, which is your body attacking your own toxins, I got into spirituality. And I was never religious. I even had a hard time saying the word God. But when I had no other choice other than to surrender to something bigger than me because I was losing myself and I didn't have a connection to anyone or anything, I fell to my knees and I found something bigger than me. And that's changed my entire life. And I know you all are with me with that. We share that in common, is that there's something bigger. There's a bigger purpose for it all. I did not get sick just so I could recreate my life. I got sick so that I could support people in their awakening, so that they can and you can wake up in a more gentle way, so you don't have to be shaken like I was. So then once I got into spirituality, I knew that I wanted to do this. I knew that I wanted to speak. I knew that I wanted to share my story. I knew that it wasn't just my story, it was our story. And I knew that in order to make this all worthwhile, it had to be for you. It had to be for a bigger cause. It had to be for the greater shift of humanity. And so I declared that I was going to do life coaching and healing and speaking, and I didn't know how I was going to do it. I had no idea, but I just knew that I needed to quit the corporate job that I was at the time. And I booked my flight to India. And I studied in India by myself for about 5 months. I studied yoga and emotional release work, and that's when I finally allowed myself to feel. I finally let myself cry. I finally let myself go there into the depths of the sadness that I hadn't been willing to face. And I started to finally heal. I started to finally feel better. My body finally started to stop being so numb. I stopped going through waves of extreme fatigue where I couldn't live the life that I wanted. When I finally started looking within, there was no magic pill, there was no herb, there was no outside guru, there was no shot, there was no anything. Nothing was helping me until I looked in and slowed down enough to listen. Because we are our own guru, we are our own teacher, we have our own medicine. Nobody has our medicine but us. But I was so in control of trying to make it all perfect and avoid potential pain that I wasn't ever ready to slow down and listen to my own medicine and let my own medicine move through me. So after India, I came home and my teacher asked me, do you want to co-facilitate a retreat in Peru? And I was just in complete surrender mode of, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how I'm doing it. I don't know who I'm doing it for. I just know that there's this ball of fire, of light inside of me that wants to get birth to. And I'm leading retreats, I'm coaching one-on-one, I'm teaching, I'm speaking, I'm doing all of this, but I'm not full circle. I still deal with symptoms. I still deal with darkness. I still deal with pain. And for me to say that I'm full circle would mean that I would be dead. We don't want to become full circle yet. We want to be on the circle. We want to be on the journey always, and we want to be present to the beauty of the roller coaster that is today. I love my pain. I love my symptoms. I love my triggers. I love my teachers. I love it all because it means I'm alive. The days that I don't feel that are the days that I feel numb. So our guru is ourself. My guru is my numbness. My guru is my own self-sabotaging thoughts that still come up. We all have our own inner guru that puts us in alignment. And it's tuning into that, and it's loving that versus resisting it. Because I could so easily resist any symptoms I still have or any fears I still have and say, nope, I'm full circle, I'm here, everything is perfect. And it is, and it's not, all at the same time. And that's what the perfection is that we're always on this journey and we're in it together. So whoever your inner guru is, I promise you, you have one. Start dialoguing with it. It comes in the form of pain. It comes in the form of happiness. It comes in the form of ecstatic bliss. It comes in the form of triggers and self-sabotaging thoughts and bloating and acne and all of it. All of it is our guru telling us, hey, Maggie, you're out of alignment. And it starts with little love taps like that. And then it gets a little heavier with emotions, waking up every morning feeling like, oh, I don't want to go to this job. Oh my God, what am I even doing with my life? Our emotions show us. And then the third step is health, illness, physical body. So listen to the messages, listen to your guru. And if you found yourself in my story, in our story, and you want to talk further, I'm here for you. I am so here for you. I'm here for you because you're here for you. I couldn't love you if you don't love you. So you can find me on every social media application out there, Maggie K, MaggieK.com, it's K-A-Y. My next retreat is in Peru in July, in less than a month. So far I'm doing about one a year to Peru, and eventually I'll be doing India. And I do one-on-one coaching, and I teach and I speak as much as I can. I'm here to get the message out. It's not my message, it's not my light. It's coming through me for humanity. And I'm here to be a leader of the new earth. We're in the new earth right now. This is different. This is different than what was happening 10 years ago. There's a new political party starting. There's a different frequency in the air, and you're all creating it by choosing you and choosing your inner guru every day. Without you, the new world wouldn't be here. Without you and what you've created, this home for the new world to be birthed and cultivated, without all of us sharing our unique gifts. So thank you so, so much. If you'd like to stay in touch, be friends, have hugs, love each other, please come talk to me. Thank you.
as I was mentioning a little bit earlier, Adam Rowe was here this week, and he does the hashtag Choose Love. So that was just, wanted to add that. And also, you know, it is about the co-creative model is what this is based on, and how we work together, and how you as a leader being here today, sharing with everyone. And again, you're right, this room is full of, and I know a lot of people in the room, just really amazing leaders. And we all have a different version of this experience, and it's so important in this time for us to be able to, you know, exemplify this. And it's not just me here, it's Mikey, it's Kyle, it's everybody that's a part of this organization, Megan, Angel. We all, you know, hold space and hold a vision. And like you said, though, it's messy. Is spirituality not messy? That you're not doing it right. There's a lot to get to work out and get through. So thank you so much for sharing today. So now we are going to get ourselves even more connected, and you know, there's a lot of ways to discuss spirituality, and our next guest does it in a way, and we talked about it a little bit earlier, and it's such an authentic way. It's the frequency of sound, and really how these crystal bowls are able to both relax you and allow you to find that inner guru, to not be distracted by all the sensories, and go within and listen to what that message is, listen to what the guidance is for you. So are you ready to, we're ready to rock and roll, Guy Gong? Ready to gong out? So for those of you out of the many thousands that are watching, if you happen to have a sub pack, that would be an awesome thing to put on right now. It's like a new technology. It's so random. I'll see if in the comments there's like one person that has one. It's not going to happen, is it? In any case, tune in the speakers, and please feel free to join us. Really, the connection is on this other level. So watch yourself here. In every way, we believe in the ability to connect. It's a belief. That's it. So we invite you to join us through that.
I just wanted to speak to something that you talked about that I thought was really cool. As a friend of mine, Neil Donald Walsh, who wrote the book Conversations with God, he, if you know his story, he had been having problems with his family, and he was actually estranged from his family, and he was in Oregon at a kind of like a trailer park or a camping park with a beautiful hot spring on it called Jackson Well Springs in Ashland, Oregon. And he wrote all of his whole first book in a tent, trying to figure out his thing. And his first book was called Conversations with Myself. And he took it to the publisher, and he said, no, it's not going to sell. It should be Conversations with God. And he goes, okay, and 40 million copies later. So really, his voice is the voice of God, and that's why his stuff is so clear and clean and popular. So what you're talking about creates, if you can go the whole way with it, it really creates beautiful things.
All right. Mm-hmm. It's interesting. And again, that word holds a frequency, and really it's whatever you choose to believe it to be. And in this case, I really resonate with this, that it's the God within. And I think there's a famous quote in that book: if you don't go within, you go without. Yeah. So on that note, we're going to invite Guy Douglas up. And again, Guy has been in this temple even before Full Circle. So when I called this week on a whim and I said, Guy, are you available Sunday? We haven't actually talked or had an event here in a long time, but I will say that Guy, I've listened to the story before, and it's an incredible story. And I know now, if you guys get a chance, please check him out on Facebook. Guy Douglas does these incredible cathedrals in San Francisco for over 1,000 people, 1,200 people. 14. He shrugged at me. He's like, 1,400. That's it. Just 1,400 people. So it's a real pleasure to have you here today. And we're in a room of about 40 to 50 people now. But San Francisco, they come out strong. So shout out to San Francisco. But I think we're ready to roll. Are we good to go, Mikey? All right, we'll give him some space here, and we'll move out to the carpets. And again, if you're at home out there in the cyber net world space, I'm going to put a lot of words to that. Get comfortable and really join us. And again, thank you for connecting with us today.
So, Andrew, thank you so much for having me here today. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you to all of you for showing up for yourselves, and it's just an honor to be here. The more relaxed you are, the deeper the experience is. So for everyone in the room and those of you at home, if you can lay down, it's really key. If you could just lay down and just really drop in and relax, that's how you're going to go the deepest. And I just want to talk just really briefly about what this is, because I'm kind of always baffled whenever I do these events and talk about what the sound bath is. Honestly, I have no idea what this is, to be honest with you. This is, I can tell you what I sort of think this is, because it's actually more an inner experience. So the gong behind me, the sound of the gong is the sound of creation. And I often think that, you know, the function of our lives, what are we doing here? We always ask that question, what's our purpose? What are we all here doing on the planet? And what we're doing, really, the art of life is to create. So when we lay back into this creational sound, we're allowing ourselves to tap into our divinity, our authenticity, our deep inner space of being. And in that space, this is the place actually where all the masters and the yogis, this is that place where they're trying to get you to, is that 0 point of a meditation. And the sound of the bowls and the gong have the ability to get you there. But it's really about just dropping into your heart, staying out of your mind. If a thought comes into your mind during this, acknowledge the thought, take a nice deep breath from the belly, and release it and let it go. The more you keep letting go, let the mantra in your mind just keep telling yourself, let go, that channel will start to come through, that inner channel. So, really excited to share this with you all today. Thank you so much. So, we're going to dive in. Let's all just take a deep breath in together and sigh it out. A couple times. Deep breath in and release. Deep breath in. Imagine your bones being heavy and your skin being liquid. Let it go. One more time. Deep breath in. Hold the breath at the top. Let this breath feed you. Let these sounds nourish and activate every single cell of your being, and release. So everyone take a nice deep breath back into your body. Take another nice deep breath. And release. Very slowly begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Reconnect with your breath. Bring all your awareness back into the room, back into your body, moving your ankles and your wrists. And take this moment right now just to place your hands on your heart and just massage your heart for a second. Just bless yourself for showing up this morning for yourself and being a part of this lighthouse in Venice, this activation spot. And just massage your heart, a couple deep breaths into the heart. If you like, you could stretch your arms above your head, get a good stretch, make some sound if you need to, feel good. And then moving very slowly and gently, invite you to roll over to one side in fetal pose. This is a deep restorative pose. It's just as we were back in the womb. It's really good for grounding back in. And just a couple deep breaths here. Breathing in gratitude for the practice, the journey into the celestial sounds and this amazing morning of activation. And a couple deep breaths of gratitude for everyone who's in this room and everyone out there. Community, which is really what this whole thing is about coming together. And most of all, take a couple nice deep breaths of gratitude for your life and how important every single one of our lives are to be here right now on the planet. A couple deep breaths. And then moving very slowly and gently, we'll all sit up in a seated position. I just want to thank you all so much, and I want to thank once again Andrew. Thank you for holding down this amazing light space, this lighthouse here in Venice for all of us, and it's brought so many of us all together, so just thank you so much, brother. Thank you for having me.
Let's hear it for Guy Douglas, known as King Gong. And when is your next full show?
Tonight I'll be at More Dancing up in Brentwood. I'm doing a breathwork sound bath, a powerful breathing, rebirthing breathwork technique. If you're looking to release or turn the page of your story that isn't serving you, come tonight. It starts at 7:30 tonight at More Dance. And you can find out more information on my website. It's gongguy.com. Okay? Thanks so much.
I love that. One more time for Guy Douglas. Woo, woo. So we are going to pass around the box of generosity. I always make up a new name. So we're going to pass this around. If anyone has a little contribution, Anthony, if you don't mind passing that around. And for those of you that are in, again, the cyberspace, please check out fullcirclevenice.org. There is a donation and a button, so to speak. Button, that's what it's called. There's, I think, we're floating around 20,000 people, so my math's not great, but if everybody put in $1, that'd be amazing. And we are looking to our future here and in the ways that we can make the space work. And at this time, we are in the closing of this chapter. So we keep the faith, but everything in that form does help, and we appreciate that. Just want to thank you guys all for coming out today. Our beautiful guests who were just awesome. Well, co-hosting Reverend Alexander Polinsky, and give me one of those voices real quick. I could listen to that all day. Of course, our evolutionary astrologer, Megan Zimring, another co-host. Angel, doing a little movement with us. Keep it going. We miss Zoe. We love Zoe. She's here with us all the time. And of course, Mr. Michael Vince and Guy Douglas. Thank you all so much. And all of you for being here today, and all of you that have followed along. Oh, this is a good song. So we're going to wrap it up on this, then we're going to get a little photo. But after this song, we'll be through. sing along if you know the words.
Some days I think that I was made to make a difference, and I live like the revelation was the big bang of my existence. But I am only the same if you know me today. My foundation was changing before I was made, and I say, let's make it rain. As I see what this temple is, I see a conference of mystics who pray to hold forces that pay us responsible for all the bullshit keeps our minds in our bodies. So we think we need the money when all we need is each other and the will to change society. Let's make it rain. And I say, let's dose the government's allies and all their armies. We can come together and overthrow them with geometry. And when everyone can see that truth is synchronicity, we will all fall to our knees and cry, oh, the humanity. Let's let them hang. Yeah, or burn them at the stake. Let's make them pay for every credit card they made to make us slaves. We know what it's like to be deprived of inalienable rights. When the gasoline runs dry, open the flower of life in our soup. Let's make it rain. Yeah, let's wash away the pain. Let's forgive every sin that we've committed. Let's be insane and start again with a new standard. We all deserve some Medicare. The bottom line should be humans and based upon goodness. Let's make it rain. Let's make it rain. Let's make it rain. And we are blessed, so fortunate to be alive and cleaning up our mess. When every problem that we have can be resolved in love and willingness. And you can see the possibilities for life on earth in highest samadhi. Make the shift in your reality, drop the veil and open up heaven's gate, yeah. Let's make it rain. Let's make it rain. Do you guys sing that? Let's make it rain. All right, here we go. Let's make it rain. Yeah, let's wash away our stains. Let's forgive every crime that we've committed. Let's be insane and start again with a new standard. We all deserve a shelter. The bottom line should be humans and based upon benevolence. Let's make it rain. Let's make it rain. Let's make it rain. All right, everybody, repeat after me. Let us pray for all people. May all know love. May we move with the earth. Rejoice and share abundance. May every village prosper. May we all learn the patience to find world peace within us. Aho, love you guys. Have a beautiful day.
All right, all right. So in closing, we're still live streaming out there. Next Sunday, Father's Day, will be our final Sunday, June 18th. We have Finney and Makepeace of the Makepeace Brothers and of Kiss the Ground joining us as our guest speaker. We've got David Kennett doing sound next week, and a couple other events this week. We actually have a very cool event on the 17th. It's a film screening that just came in, which is Hare Krishna, the film. And it's about the Krishnas, and for those of you that know the story, the Krishnas were here in this temple. So it's a real full circle story to be screening the film before it opens. We'll have the filmmakers here. That's on the 17th. And then on the 18th, we're doing a Standing Rock charity event, a prayer event. So that'll be the final event, and then we'll be wrapping up on the 19th and 20th. But again, keep us in your thoughts and prayers, and if anybody out there has a cool couple million floating in their pocket that they just want to send this way, and we'll take as many millions as you got, then that's what we're looking for. We're just going to make that happen. We're going to find some financing out there. But in any case, thank everybody who was here today. We really appreciate you joining us, and have a wonderful and blessed Sunday. Thank you so much, Maggie K, for sharing your story. And thank you guys. So we are closing the circle for today. Thank you very much. Thank you all out there watching. Peace.